Issue 2, Biggest Lies. 1. It's a good thing you came in today. We only have 2 in stock. 2. This is a very safe building. No way will you ever be burglarized. 3. I promise to pay you back out of my next paycheck. 4. 5 more pounds is nothing to a person with your height. 5. But officer, I only had 2 beers. 6. You made it yourself? I never would have guessed. 7. It's delicious, but I can't eat another bite. 8. Your hair looks just fine. 9. It's nothing to worry about, just a cold sore. 10. Now, can I go out to play? I've finished my homework. 11. The river never gets high enough to flood this property. 12. I already sent it. The delivery is on the truck. 13. Go ahead and tell me. I promise I won't get mad. 14. The ever-present line on a postcard. Having a great time. Wish you were here. 15. This car is like brand new. It was owned by 2 retired school teachers who never went anywhere. 16. The doctor will call you right back. 17. So glad you dropped by. I wasn't doing a thing. 18. You don't look a day over 40. 19. It's a very small spot. Nobody will notice. 20. The baby is just beautiful. 21. The new ownership won't affect you. The company will remain the same. 22. The puppy won't be any trouble, Mom. I promise I'll take care of it myself. 23. I'm a social drinker, and I can quit any time I want to. 24. Put the map away. I know exactly how to get there. 25. You don't need it in writing. You have my personal guarantee. 26. Sorry, the work isn't ready. The computer broke down. 27. I'll do it in a minute. 28. The reason I'm so late is I ran out of gas. 29. Our children never caused us a minute's trouble. 30. The 3 biggest lies. I did it. I didn't do it. I can't remember.
Comprehension. 1. Who tells lie number 1? 2. Who tells lie number 2? 3. Who tells lie number 3? 4. Who tells lie number 5? 5. Who tells lie number 7? 6. Who tells lie number 10? 7. Who tells lie number 11? 8. Who tells lie number 12? 9. Who tells lie number 14? 10. Who tells lie number 15? 11. Who tells lie number 16? 12. Who tells lie number 21? 13. Who tells lie number 23? 14. Who tells lie number 25? 15. Who tells lie number 28?
Let's talk. 1. Why do people lie? 2. List some white lies you tell sometimes. 3. What was the biggest lie in your life? 4. Who lies the most often? 5. Who never tells a lie? 6. A lie begets another lie. Why? 7. How often do you lie to others? 8. How often do you lie to yourself? 9. What would happen if people started telling the truth every time? 10. How can you tell others are lying to you?
Opinion samples. 1. Each person has different reasons to lie. Some people do it just for fun, or they tell so-called white lies with no serious damage and perhaps to avoid hurting someone's feelings. But problems occur when people lie to take advantage of other people's innocence in order to get material gain. This is called committing a fraud or a scam. Question: do you think white lies are really harmless?
2. Politicians are the biggest liars. They promise everything they can before an election. But once they take office, they do nothing to keep their promises. Why? People, the electorate, never seem to be interested in making politicians keep their promises. People seem to think that since politicians lie anyway, so they don't need to be accountable for their remarks. Question: are all politicians liars? Do they need to be?
Issue 2. Biggest lies.
I don't want to go to work today.
I can well imagine. You haven't had a day off in weeks. Why don't you just call in sick?
I can't do that. I'm not sick. I just don't feel like going to work today. I'm tired.
But you have sick leave accrued. It doesn't do you any good if you don't ever use it.
I know, and it doesn't carry over to next year. So if I don't use it, I lose it.
I think that's unfair. Your fellow workers take their sick days off and they still get paid for it, but you never do.
I just don't think it's right. The purpose of sick leave is to deal with a medical emergency, not just take time off. I get vacation time, you know.
But everyone does it, except you.
Just because everyone does it doesn't make it right, you know. That excuse would justify anything. And then where would we be?
Where does your honesty get you? You certainly don't get any rewards for it. Nobody hangs a medal on your chest for never telling a lie or bending a rule a little bit.
We shouldn't do the right thing just because we expect a reward. We should do it because it's the morally correct thing to do. That's the only way a just society can operate.
You call our society morally just? It's full of lying, thieving politicians and crooked businessmen. They just love to take advantage of honest suckers like you.
But that doesn't mean I have to be like them. If nobody has standards, then there aren't any standards at all.
But they're certainly not going to change on your behalf. You might as well get your share of the benefits. Nobody cares.
But I care. Just because someone else is a liar doesn't mean that I have to be one too. I may not get much out of this world, but at least I can keep my self-respect. Even if I'm the only one. Isn't that worth something?
You can take a load of dignity in one hand and a load of diamonds in the other. Which one is going to be worth more?
I guess it depends on which scale you measure them on.
Questions. 1. Which person would probably suggest that morality is related to expediency? 2. What is the value of a moral code that is not universally applied? 3. Why does she call him a sucker? Why doesn't he think he is one?